with fitness goals in 2014 that will put them in the kind of have them going in the right direction and help them avoid failure?
Well, what I think it's happening right now is that everybody wants to get fit. Everybody wants to, wants to have a good body and, hit the beach and have a six-pack and, the whole thing. But people need to realize that this is a lifestyle, and It's very hard to maintain. So my suggestion for everyone who's trying to get fit or get there or lose a few pounds is to take it slowly, to know that this is a process, and to know that you need to ask yourself, why are you doing it? Are you doing it because you just want to get fit for the summer, or because it's just a trend? You really have to evaluate yourself and know that there's more to if you want long-term results, you need to have a focus and a goal.
Sure. Yeah.
For me, it wasn't just to get a six-pack because I was already very, very skinny. I was a 00. But for me, it was just to get mentally healthy and beat depression. So this is what has kept me motivated for a long time. So fitness is taking a turn where, it's all about getting a six-pack and looking good but what about, being healthy and slowly getting there? You see in magazines how to lose 30 pounds in 30 days. Is that really healthy? Is that really attainable? So people need to understand that you have to set yourself an attainable goal, and that slowly you will get there, making small changes, So you have a very unhealthy habits. You cannot just say, "Oh, I start January 1st," and completely take out everything bad out of your life.
Right.
From like a get-go, like from right there and there. So first, and this is how I train my clients, we take out little by little the things that have, managed to take you where you are. So maybe it's just fried stuff next week. Sure. Or adding more water next week, maybe walking a mile, walking 2 miles, walking 3 miles. So like little by little, by making small changes, you will get there, and it's going to be long term as opposed to short term. Because when people, when you think, "Oh, I just want a six-pack and I have 2 months to lose it," I mean, it didn't take you 2 months to gain 20 pounds or to be out of shape. And again, just because you look a certain way and you look, you have very little fat percentage, does that mean that you're fit? Does that mean you can run 5 miles or 10 miles, or you have endurance and you have stamina? So there's a lot of things that go into the whole idea of being fit.
Yeah. Can you? I think one of the reasons I was so excited when I learned about your work is you've been real transparent about how kind of your fitness journey has helped you overcome issues that weren't even related to physical fitness, but have helped you be emotionally healthy and have even opened up other doors in your life. Can you talk about how that, can you talk about some of that journey and how kind of, physical fitness has helped spark health in other areas of your life?
Yeah. For example, when I said I was a very skinny girl, like 00, I'm pretty sure that a lot of girls right now want to be a 00, want to be, I was a 00 because, again, depression, and I lost a little weight. But I feel that I found a lot of things about myself that I didn't know before. I've found that I have a lot of mental strength. Mm-hmm. Right now, currently, I'm a very happy person. I don't know if you see me dancing all the time, spreading positive energy. Also, I have exercise-induced asthma. Not a lot of people know that.
Wow.
Every time that I'm running, it's a struggle for me.
Sure.
I managed to take my, per se, my heart rate didn't go up to, wasn't able to go up to 157 beats per minute because I would shut down completely. I would get an attack and so forth. But right now, I'm sprinting. I'm running. I couldn't even run a mile. I'm running 4-5 miles at a time, and I feel good. It hurts sometimes, but I've managed to control my asthma. Also, I used to have really bad periods. I believe it's called dysmenorrhea, and now no longer have them, especially like depression. And it's something that I deal with almost every day, but again, exercise is the cure, or it's something that has me under control. So I'm always happy. Also, I was very insecure. Now nobody can tell me anything. Because I feel very secure about myself, who I am as a person. I've known my struggle, and because I've beat all of those things, you know what? I've gotten my life together in a way where I feel like I can take over anything. Because if I went through all of this, struggle in my life, I can go through anything.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I've set goals, especially even fitness related, that I said, oh my God, the day I do this, my life is going to be complete. And then, boom, I do it, and it's next goal.
Yeah.
And everything I've done, I've done by myself, no help, literally. People think they might see me on social media and they might think I have money.
Right. But you've done this on a shoestring budget, right? I mean,
this is all me, all me, literally. And I feel that people relate, because everybody's here. Everybody has started from somewhere,
right?
And people that followed me, or like from the beginning, they know where I came from and my struggle. So anything you set, as a goal, you will get there. But you have to be persistent.
How do people? Well, I won't even ask you how people stay focused, but how do you stay focused? Because I did this survey, and two things kept coming up over and over. When I asked people what they thought was keeping them from their goals, they always said that they had a hard time staying focused. I think that's like just a symptom of our country. Our whole world has there's so many things coming at us from so many different angles. So I mean, how do you stay focused? And then the other thing is, people regularly listed fear as being just a big problem in their life, where they were just afraid to really step out of who they are now into who it is they want to become. And so what keeps you focused? And then secondly, how do you deal with fear in your life on a regular basis?
Okay. How do I keep myself? Okay.
Your focus. So, how do you stay focused?
How do I stay focused? Again, it's an everyday struggle for me. There's not one day where, I'm not struggling with feeling down, or I feel like right now I have a responsibility to all the people that, follow me.
Sure.
And if I don't stay focused, how is that setting an example for them to stay focused? So it's like nothing in life worth having comes easy.
Right.
So this, so they say. And right now for me, every time I open my page and I read comments like, oh my God, you helped me lose this much weight, or you have given me the confidence to, step on stage and compete, or even if I'm walking in the street and people recognize me and say, oh my God, what you're doing is great. That's what keeps me focused. But for those who might not have what I have, how do I keep, it's every day. When when you've been at your worst, you never want to go back there.
Right.
And that's what keeps me focused. I look back and I'm like, no way.
Yeah.
And sometimes I don't want to get out of bed, but I get out of bed and I make it happen. And touching what you said about fear, I have no fear. For example, when the whole episode of depression happened, I had a good job. I had a really good job. I had friends that I thought were good friends. And the life that I had, back then, it was, let me just have the best shoes. Let me just have the best dress. Let me just party. Let me just, all these things. And when I hit rock bottom and I said, you know what? This is it. I quit my job. I literally selected my friends.
Yeah.
I evaluated myself and I said, what is making me feel this way? Who's making me feel this way? What do I need to change in order to feel better? And I literally, when I say I did a 180 in my life, and yes, it's a scary thing, but think about it. If you have nothing to lose and everything to prove, I am sure you will do anything in your power, that's in your power, to make things happen for yourself. So I spoke to my dad and I was like, you know what? I'm going to quit my job. I'm going to go back to school originally, and go into nursing. Because my mom has been a nurse for a while. I'm like, well, you know what? I'll go into nursing. I'll make my mom happy. And then all the friends that I thought were doing me good, but when I, internalized it and I thought about, who's pulling me with negativity or bad habits, I said, you know what? I don't need that in my life.
Yeah.
Right now, I can currently tell you that I have a handful of friends.
Sure.
I don't call my friends. And I don't call everybody my friends. So, no fear, I guess. Like, yes, I was scared in the beginning because it's very, the fear of the unknown, what's going to happen in your life. It's scary. But you know what? I just did it.
Yeah.
And, going back to what I said, when you have nothing to lose and everything to prove, I said, let me just quit my job. I will make something better. And I just went right in. That fitness came in as something natural because I was doing it already. And I guess it just felt natural.
When did you know that you were going to be able to do this for a living? Like when did that happen? And because a lot of people have like a passion or a skill, and it may be totally different than fitness, but they are doing a job that, just like you, a job that it's good, but it's not what they really want to do. But they have something on their heart that they would love to make a living doing. Like when did you make a decision to say, hey, this is going to be my life. This is how I'm going to provide for myself and advance myself?
I think it all started when I saw how many people I was inspiring.
Sure.
And I just started posting about my life and my journey and my process and whatnot. And when I saw how many people I was reaching out, and it was organically, people were just like, who is this girl? Let me just start, push that button and follow. And it just felt like really natural because some people are like, I grew up with 4 brothers. I'm the only girl. When I tell you I have no fear of like falling or getting my hands dirty or getting calluses in my hands, it's just like it just felt natural.
Sure.
And I kept studying and informing myself and doing all these things. And when I really made a difference, like for my best friend who at the time was overweight, and I helped her get down, or as my following kept on going up and people were like, what are you doing? And what I was writing in my messages was really making a difference. People writing me emails. That's when I knew, you know what? Some people do stuff or do things because of money.
Sure.
I didn't start making money until a few months ago.
Right.
I started, working with higher clientele.
Sure.
But all this time, it's just been me helping people, not caring about the money. I've been approached by sponsors, I don't know how many people. Every single day, someone tells me, I'm going to pay you whatever, just to have a post on your page. And I've stayed true.
Right.
And people can see that. So right now, it's not even about the money, or, we all want to be economically independent. But I didn't have someone to help me when I started. And again, now with all this following, I feel like it's my responsibility to help people.
Yeah, I think that's good though, because even what I learned from you just now is that at first you were just pursuing the passion that was on your heart and not even necessarily knowing if it would provide for you in any way. And so I think that's that's actually a really great example for people to not first think about how much money can I make from this, but how does it make me feel? How does it inspire the other people around me? And so I think you're a great model for how people can step by step get to be in a position to do what they love for a living. And I think it'll probably surprise people that 6 months ago or a year ago that you weren't like rich because I think
I'm not rich.